We'll start with you, Will.
Yeah, Alyssa already heard me say this, but I'm gonna say it again because this is being recorded. So before we start, obviously I'm gonna still talk about our season and the game. But first, on behalf of my teammates and every member of our union, I want to be clear that we remain committed to negotiating the next CBA with the league and the teams in good faith and privately. But we do want to set the record straight, not for the headlines, but for the fans who support us and deserve transparency about what's at stake. This is a defining moment for the WNBA, and as the league grows, it's time for a CBA that reflects our true value. We're fighting for a fair share of the business that we build. It's business. We're not fighting for anything unreasonable. We're fighting to share in the growth that we've created. Every other category across this business has grown. Media rights, ticket sales, team values. The only thing that's still capped is player salaries. We deserve a fair share, and we're demanding salaries that reflect our true value. Again, it's business. We see the fans showing up. We see them filling arenas, tuning in on TV, buying merch, growing the game, and we want to grow with it in historic record-breaking fashion. Growing the game, and we want to grow with it. We're 25 days away from All-Star, just under 4 weeks, so the clock is ticking. We come out here and play almost every night for these fans, and we will continue to do that. But the current system is unsustainable for us. And that means it's unsustainable for a business that we create. Nothing short of transformational change will do for the future we see and the fans clearly see. So we're paying attention. For any further comment on the CBA or our ongoing negotiations, please contact our union staff. On behalf of my teammates, we have no additional comment on this at this time.
We'll open up for questions for players.
You know that statement inspired you to place it.
Honestly, I think it's been clear that we have to increase the effort with which we play. And so that was my mindset going in. And I think as a vet, I just wanted to lead by example in that sense and be really aggressive and show that there should never be a question of the type of effort we put out on the floor.
Ariel, can you just speak a little bit to the value that Evo brings and maybe how it's different than what Camila brings? And not both great, but different.
Right. I think last time I was here, somebody asked me who was our X Factor player, and it's Will. Not just because of who she is as a person. I mean, she's a phenomenal machine. But she brings an experience to our team that is extremely important. And she just always is in the right place at the right time. You never really know how, but she brings that to our team, and she's skilled and she's capable of doing a lot of things that really help us. But I think for me personally, she brings me poise. And it's nice to have somebody out there that not only gets me as a person, but as a player too. Thanks. Yeah.
Question for both of you guys. Just what went into that third quarter? I think you guys, in my opinion, was like the most calm and collected you guys have been so versus.
Yeah, I mean, it was a point of emphasis for us. We know we've struggled in third quarters, and again, I think the mindset from the jump from the game was a level of focus. I mean, we took care of the ball today. We moved it. We were communicating. We did a lot of things right, especially in the third. And so, yeah, I think there was just an increased level of focus, especially after the way last game went.
Just quick follow up on the offense, off ball movements seem to be going really good as well. Was that another point of emphasis you guys had going into this game?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I think that's also why we were valuing the ball a little bit more. It was moving well. We were getting to our spots a little bit better.
Players?
Yeah, so, Ariel, what was your mindset going into this game? I know we talked a little bit about like alpha mode. And
Yeah.
It seems like that was there.
Yeah. Our effort was questioned last time, and Will said it. As a hooper, you never you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear about somebody telling you that you got to work harder. So for me personally, they asked me to come here and do some things, and I know this team goes as I goes as far as me being aggressive. And I know I need to lock into that and be better for my teammates in that area. And they're not asking anything of me that I can't do. And so I have to be aggressive and I have to push myself. And the effort's got to be there. Like I can't be passive in any right. And that doesn't always mean take every shot possible, but that does mean looking for my shot and being able to open up stuff for my teammates. And that's just how our offense works. And so,
Sorry.
yeah, you're losing my thoughts right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I think it just opens up things for us. So yeah, I gotta look to be aggressive.
And for both of you, like, how nice is just how nice was it to see what the offense can look like without turning it over a lot? That was a big
God,
plus.
that did feel good. I'm not gonna lie. To just not have the ball in the other team's hands more than half the game. Obviously we want to come out with a win. I'm not really into more victories, but I do feel better about the way that we play, and I think that's a step in the right direction for us.
Good, Brian.
Aaron, just one quick one for you. I know you're a versatile player and you don't mind having the ball in your hands, but I just wanted to get your thoughts today, just being able to play off the ball more.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Obviously, we have other guards that can bring the ball up, but I think switching it up will be good for us in the long run.
We'll close out with Carly Bell on Zoom. One question, please.
This question's for either of you. I mean, you guys were able to limit the turnovers, but Atlanta went on a 15-2 run near the end of the game with all of the points coming from behind the arc, and perimeter defense has just been something that has been a focus for you guys. At what point are there things that what change needs to happen from a perimeter defense outside of just stopping open looks?
I mean, just running people off the line at this point. I think teams make a lot of threes because they also shoot a lot of threes against us, and so we have to adjust to that. And knowing that teams are playing kind of outside in against us, so just a higher level of aggression, running people off the line.
Awesome. Thanks, players.
Thank you.
Coach May next.
Yeah.
Coach, what did you like from Elizabeth today?
I thought her energy was great. She was aggressive. She was able to create angles inside, and she gave us a big boost, big lift off the bench.
Do you have, I know there haven't been like a ton of close fourth quarter games that you guys have played, but in your mind, do you have a go-to player on offense or like a couple go-to players you feel like we want this person taking big shots, or is it more just kind of who has a hot hand at that time?
I think it depends. I think nights like tonight, you definitely want the ball in Ariel's hands, and she was able to create some good looks for herself and for others. Obviously, there's a lot of moments where Angel has the advantage as well, and she was able to get downhill and get into the paint a lot. And so, yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. You just got to find that balance for us.
Coach.
In regards to the third quarters, we talked a lot about just, some of the ups and downs that you had there this season, but what changed today to let you guys unlock something successful with that?
I think our effort was extremely good for four. I think tonight, even though we came out on the short end, I think tonight was probably the most complete game that we've played all year, including the two wins against Dallas and the game against Connecticut. I was very proud of our effort tonight. Our communication was great on the defensive end. It was just I'm just extremely proud of the effort tonight. But I think that in that third quarter we were able to sustain runs. We had an answer for. We didn't get too down when when Atlanta went on a run or anything like that. And I thought we did. We got to obviously protect the 3-point line better. It continues to be our Achilles heel. But I was proud of the way that we took care of the ball tonight, turnover wise, offensively, and it was again just couldn't say more about our effort and our fight tonight.
I just have one quick one about the lineup. Adding Rachel into the lineup, it allowed Ariel to come off the ball more. What did you like from that? Just that work.
Yeah, I think that Rachel's a safe play in the sense that she does a good job taking care of the ball. She's experienced. She's been in that position before, and you're right. It does allow Ariel to be off the ball a little bit more and be a little bit more of a scorer from that regard. And so I like what we saw tonight. I thought Beck gave us some good minutes as well, and got good contributions off the bench as well. So. But yeah, particularly with Rachel in that starting lineup, I thought it gave us opportunity to see some different looks for Ariel.
And for Coach.
Yeah, just a couple more. How nice was it to see what the offense looked like without?
Yeah, it's a bright spot for sure. It's one of the silver linings and that you take away from a tough loss in a hard fought game. And my communication to the players was just that this is the type of effort and the type of fight and the type of grit that can carry us and should be a constant throughout and will keep us in games. And you know, tonight, I think Atlanta just got hot from three and again, and it's, you know, it is what they do, but I thought we did a better job of staying in action, staying in plays but they were just able to find the right spots at the right time tonight. So, but again, I think that all around offensively and defensively, we had good efforts across the board today.
And then was there anything in particular that Ariel was doing that to have this type of game? Like, I know this is the type of game that you guys kind of want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just getting back into her comfort zone of being off the ball, and she's been such a great team player in terms of being willing to do whatever is needed and asked of her in the moment. And tonight it was scoring and, you know, pushing her off the ball. I think just let her settle in a little bit more and feeling like she didn't have to you know, set up the offense for everyone else and create for everyone else, because when she's aggressive as a scorer, that in turn is going to be able to put her in positions to facilitate, because she draws so much attention from a scoring standpoint. So
What was that with Brian?
Coach, just off ball movement wise with the offense, just what you like, not today.
yeah, we weren't there weren't too many possessions where we were stagnant, and so that was good to see. We were able to play off each other. We had more quick decisions today than in the last couple games, and so that was good to see. And that, you know, we want that to be a continuance within our offense and how we want to play. And so I thought we did a decent job of that tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.